So I wanted to talk to you today about cooking steaks and how you choose steaks and season steaks and all the different methods you can cook steaks with.
Sure.
I want to ask you some questions.
I love steak.
I
I need me
steak.
a shirt that says that. I love steak.
Have you? I think there is one in the heart. It's like the steak.
It's a steak, yeah,
the
like a
steak.
ribeye.
Yeah.
They are.
So what are you looking at?
That was just a little herb smoked lamb porter chop. I was just looking at them, see if I did.
Yeah.
I'm doing them a totally different way than that.
Yeah. So when you're choosing steaks, first of all, where do you source your steaks mostly?
Well, if I'm buying them from a grocery store, two places I buy them from. Number one, I'll go get certified Angus beef from Super Low here locally.
Why do you choose certified Angus beef?
Because it's better beef. They hold, certified Angus beef is a brand and they hold their Angus cows to a higher standard to get that to fit in the brand. So it's like when they have these farmers growing those cows, they have to meet a certain standard. So when they take them to the sale, the ribeye, we've talked about it before. They have all these different 16, 13 points or whatever.
They use ultrasounds to check the fat content of their cows.
So they're serious. If it's going to be called certified Angus beef brand, that logo that you're used to seeing, have it on the wall. I need to put it on the wall in here. But if you see that logo, you know it's going to be some good beef.
Yeah.
And so I go to Super Low and buy it. And I tell you what, the restaurants that serve it, and usually if a restaurant serves it, it'll be on their menu, like the logo will. And I guarantee you those steaks taste better than other restaurants. Unless they're like, serving Wagyu or something like that.
Yeah, you can taste the difference.
Oh, the certified Angus beef brand prime, man, it's awesome. It's awesome. But I can buy them at a grocery store, and they're not super high. It's not like it's expensive.
Yeah, it's not like it's Wagyu.
Yeah, their ground beef's excellent. I go there to buy their ground beef.
The best,
it's good.
The best burger shop in Memphis is Huey's.
And they serve.
And they use certified Angus beef.
The Mesquite Chop House.
Yep.
The steakhouse, they have it.
Yep, you're right.
And I don't know if they always did, but the last time I was there, I saw it on the menu. I was like, oh, we're in for it.
Yeah.
Got the big bone-in ribeye.
And it was awesome.
They cut it with a fork. I mean, it was awesome. But I also get steak from Kroger sometimes because I like to cruise the meat department when I go. Now, I don't get to go to grocery stores much anymore on this COVID crap.
Yeah.
But when I do, I always go by the meat department. And I've found Kroger gets some pretty good beef. It's just straight up coming from, I'm sure, Cargill or whoever is packing sending to Kroger. But it's probably different brands. I don't know who all they pack for. But it's good stuff. I mean, they got choice. They got prime. I look for the marbling. That's what I look for. If I see steaks in there, I don't care where it's at. If I see some steaks that's got some really good marbling, I'll buy them. I bought them at Walmart before. Walmart's got an Angus line. Now, don't get that confused with certified Angus beef because it's not the same just because they put Angus on it. They put Angus on anything. But if you look for marbling, thickness, color, I don't want my steak to be all floppy and loose. So when you pick it up in the pack, you can kind of, I probably shouldn't, but I put my hands on it, kind of feel it. I kind of inspect it,
You get up in there deep.
Yeah, I don't want to buy something. I don't want to buy something that's been sitting there too long. You don't know if somebody took it over to the toy department, set it back on the shelf, and it found its way back to the meat department.
That's a valid concern.
I want it to be fresh. If it's going to be aged, I'm going to do the aging in my own refrigerator, so I know what it's like. But that's what I look for. I look for marbling, look for thickness, look for color, look for feel. That's all things that are important. And I'll look for brand. If I'm looking for certified Angus beef, I want to see it. If I'm buying it from Kroger, and I'd like to know what it is. But a lot of times I'll ask the butcher, "Hey, what kind of meat is this?" and see if they know. Or and you can get those relationships with your people in the meat department. They'll tell you. And a lot of times, if you just be observant when they're out packing them, you go in the grocery stores and they got the boxes and the racks out and they're stacking the shelves. See what it is. See what it says on it. Look at the dates on the boxes. Some of them may not even know. They just may be stockers.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't always go for the stuff that's on sale, but sometimes you'll see some sale stuff that's really good.
So you don't necessarily follow like the guidelines. Like if you saw something that was marked as choice, but it looked prime.
Oh, I see it all the time. Yeah, I'll buy it. I've seen like at Kroger specifically, they'll have prime over there for $18.99 a pound ribeye steaks. They'll have their choice, $9.99, and the choice be just as marbling. No, did they make a mistake putting it in there, or
so.
you never know.
Before where I'm like, that
all the
can't
time.
be.
I'm gonna tell you something else I do. I'll also go look at the markdown bin. I've noticed in my grocery stores, some like Tuesdays or whatever day it is when the sales are going off, they'll have or some of their meat over in that markdown bin, and it's not all too aged for me. Some of it's just right.
Yeah.
And I've found some good deals that way. You know, I'm not scared to buy something that's been marked down because it's getting close to their sell by date. If it looks like it's still, you know, it ain't all green and gray or whatever, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't care if they're, you know.
Especially if we're just cooking for a dinner, not necessarily something special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't always spend the most money either. I mean, I'll try to shop.
Oh no, you love a good.
I love a good bargain. That's why I like them $15 checks day from Kevin.